Hello and welcome to the course Mining and Analyzing LinkedIn Data. My name is Jones Granatier and I will teach all the lectures in this course. We will extract and analyze 3 datasets and we will use my own LinkedIn profile to run the experiments. However, you can also follow the course using your own profile with data from your network of contacts. We will analyze connections between users, invitations that you send to other people or that other people send to you, and use some natural language processing techniques to analyze messages exchanged between users. Now I will show you the course content. First, you will learn how to extract data from LinkedIn using the API and downloading CSV files. The course will focus on analyzing the data from these files, as it is possible to obtain more information if compared to the API. Then, we will analyze the dataset of connections between users from your LinkedIn profile, and we will generate several graphs. This one here shows the number of new connections by date. This other here is one of the most interesting, where you can view the companies that are connected to your profile. Here is one example of a very interesting graph. I'm showing it in Google Colab. For example, we can group our contacts. We have this country, US. We can click here. Then we can see a list of cities. For example, Long Island cities. There are 17 contacts who live in this city. Then we can open it and see the positions of the people. For example, this one here, Lead Data Platform Engineer. It's very interesting to navigate in this graph so you can see detailed information about the cities, the countries, and the companies. In the practical example, I showed the links between countries and cities. However, in this image, we can see the companies the people work for. After, we are going to use some algorithms to calculate the similarity between strings to cluster people's positions in order to generate clusters based on profession. For example, in this other image, there are some clusters and the people who have this position. For example, in this cluster, we have data related to founder, and in this other cluster, data related to supervisors. Here you can see another view of the same data that we are going to generate. We are also going to analyze data from the invitations dataset and generate some more graphs, such as this one here that I showed you in practice, the generation of a map with the location of the contacts. And the interesting thing is that LinkedIn does not provide this contact data, so we are going to use some geolocation APIs to get the data. The most interesting example in this topic is the integration with Google Earth. We can see my list of contacts in South America. We can see more contacts in the North America, some other contacts in Europe. And you can select the name of the contacts in this list. For example, double click, and it will show the exact location where this contact is. It is a very interesting view. Then we will move on to the next section which is the analysis of the messages dataset, and the goal is to apply some natural language processing techniques. We will be able to detect the language of the texts and create this graph that shows the number of messages by language. We can see that the most messages are in Portuguese. We can also see English messages, Spanish, and Italian messages. This other image shows the word cloud with the most frequent words. The larger the font size, the more frequent the term is. On the other hand, the smaller the font size, the less frequent the term is. Here you can see the extraction of named entities. For example, PER indicates that a person has been detected. It is possible to detect company names, locations, currencies, and so on. Finally, you will also learn how to classify whether a message has a positive, neutral, or negative sentiment. The only two prerequisites to follow the course, programming language, and also the basics about the Python language. All implementations will be done using Google Colab online, so you don't need to set your environment in your own machine. It will be easy to follow the course, and you just need an internet connection and access to a browser to follow all the lectures. And something important, it is not a course on LinkedIn. The goal is to extract and analyze LinkedIn data. I'm not going to show you the basics about this social network. We are not going to develop LinkedIn applications, as the goal, as I said before, is just to access the data and apply machine learning and data science techniques. And finally, you don't need a LinkedIn profile to follow the course, since I will provide all the data sets regarding my own LinkedIn profile. However, if you have your LinkedIn account, it will be more interesting to see the results with your own data. That's it for this first lecture. I really hope you have a great course and enjoy the content. See you next time!